12 years ago, Emma Cain's 17-year-old son John died after he inhaled the substance butane, which is used in cigarette lighters. Emma has been campaigning to ban the abuse of substances like butane and the more commonly used nitrous oxide, often known as laughing gas. Last month, it was announced for the first time that the possession of nitrous oxide would be made a criminal offence under the government's new antisocial behaviour plan. And I'm honoured to welcome John's mother, Emma, to speak to me now. I think she's been so brave to come in because it must be so hard for you, but so important to campaign for this ban after the death of your son, John.
Yes, it's something very, very close to my heart. Absolutely.
And you were saying to me that you now go up to people when you see them inhaling substances to warn them of what can happen.
I do. I've even got some of them to let go of their balloons. I tell them how dangerous it is. I tell them that my son died inhaling gas and that they're harming themselves, you know, they're doing damage to themselves. And what would their parents do if their parents lost them, you know?
And people don't realise how dangerous it is, do they? They think it's...
They don't, no.
Just a high...
They think it's just laughing gas. It's, you know, they think it's harmless. They don't really don't realise how dangerous it is.
And butane's even more dangerous.
Yes.
And that's obviously what killed your son.
Yeah.
And you're campaigning, and you've been successful in your campaign for laughing gas to be banned, and hopeful that will have an effect, and also that the message will get out. So how are you running your campaign? Where are you going? You're obviously on here tonight.
I'm just doing what I can. I've started from stopping them on the streets to putting my story in the local paper, and it's gone from there. I've contacted by various companies. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention.
Do mention.
Okay. I put it in the Echo, and then from there I got contacted by ITV, then BBC. I've got my story. Had my story put in the That's Life December issue magazine. I've done a couple of BBC interviews and Daily Express are supporting me with my campaign as well. And and I'm here.
And have you been speaking to young people as well, and not just ones when you've seen them on the street, but do you give talks?
I did stop a couple of teenagers, not that they wasn't doing anything like that, but just to get their point of view across on things and why they think that kids of their age would be doing that. Because, you know, it's important to get their view and why they're doing it, you know, because only when you know the root cause of why they're doing it and help them with that, you know, you can help them to
And
move
why
forward.
do you think people are doing it? What is the incentive?
I mean, obviously I don't know the exact reason for why every teenager is doing it, but, you know, there's lots of reasons. It's mental health, you know, you don't know what they've been through in the past. It could just be that they're just having fun, you know, and they don't realise the dangers. And there's a lot of parents out there that actually don't know the dangers, which means that they can't tell their kids of the dangers. And, you know, it's, yeah.
And the ban will at least reinforce the idea of a danger, because obviously people take drugs that are illegal as well as legal highs, but at least it's highlighted that there's a danger and that there's a risk.
Absolutely,
that possibly
yes.
John didn't realise.
No, John was just having fun with his friends. He didn't realise, you know. In regards to the ban, that's more to give the police the powers to be able to deal with the dark side of it all. Because, you know, at the moment, they've hardly got anything, you know. They're clutching onto what powers they can get, to deal with it, but now they can. So that was more really that the side of the ban that, you know, that they can deal with. I know it's already gone underground. You know, these experts are saying, you know, well, you know, you're criminalising people and it's going to drive it underground. Of course it's going to drive it underground. You can't cure it. You know, as much as I would love to wave my magic wand and, you know, stop any parent from having to go through something like that, you know, it's going to go underground, but it already has. They're already selling it illegally because they're putting it in bags with a packet of balloons before the people walk out of the shop. So they're already selling it illegally,
But
you
at
know?
least the police now can do something,
Yeah.
can stop it,
Yeah.
And can save people in future.
Absolutely.
from
I'm
these risks.
not out to criminalise anybody. I want to save our kids, you know, and it's criminals out there that are using it as well, and that side does need to be dealt with, you know, because it's what it leads to, you know, crime and antisocial behaviour and stuff like that. That needs to be able to be dealt with.
I think all my viewers will be full of admiration for your courage. I think it's so brave when you've suffered a tragedy like this to come on public television to save other people. I think it's truly noble.
It's what you would want me to be doing.
Thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.